India's space missions are often celebrated at the moment of success, but behind them are years of silent engineering and precision. Joining us today is Mr. J. A. Kamalakar, senior ISRO scientist who has worked for Chandrayaan 3. He has played a key role in shaping India's satellite capabilities. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, India has launched plans for Bharatiya Antariksh Station. How will BAS be different from ISS?
It will be different in the sense the ISS took many years to be built and it is much bigger. It has got modules both on the American side and the Russian side, which are much more number. And many docking missions have gone and built over the years, replenished, and that is a different size. Whereas we are having our own limitations, so we can carry at the present time we can carry around 10 tons into low Earth orbiting satellite using our own rockets. We are not planning to go and use foreign rockets for our station. That is very clear. So what we will do is we will build the station with only about 5 modules. First module BAS-01 we are planning to build using our LVM3 capability, which is around 10 tons. So within that 10 tons and orbit it around 450 kilometers. The station is going to orbit around 450. So the station will be equipped only for the purpose of around 2 astronauts to be there. Not immediately, they will join much later when the station comes up. So that is the capability. Subsequently, over years, the second module also may be having similar capability of around 10 tons. The third, fourth and fifth, hopefully by that time parallelly our designs and maturity is coming towards a higher capability of the launch vehicles, in which case we will plan the BAS 3, 4 and 5 to a slightly bigger size. So total around 54 tons we are trying to make the station right now. So that way, compared to China and America, our station may be volume wise may be smaller, but it will have capacity to do all the laboratory work, to do assessment, multiple payloads, verifications, everything, provisions will be provided. And it will have power and other fuel supports required for the maintaining of the station, as well as for the required provisions for the astronauts to be there for a period of 10 plus 7, 17 years is the targeted plan of today.
So, sir, BAS is often described as a 6-bedroom flat in space. Can you please describe what this means in practical terms, sir?
It's definitely a 5 modules. Each module will have crew stations where crew can do work and crew can sleep. And the crew has got whatever it's any bedroom in a hotel needs a supporting toilet and freshening up area. So here also we have to provide a PHMS system, and that is one of the critical designs compared to all others to maintain its personal hygiene. That will be provided in each of these modules. So a crew can stay. So it is a 5 modules with the 5 capabilities of people to stay. So you can call it a 5 bedroom or whatever.
So after the success of Chandrayaan 3, what are the major upcoming ISRO missions in the pipeline?
In the planetary explorations, we have programs planned, which of course some of them need formal approvals from the government and cabinet. Chandrayaan 4 is in the pipeline, which is the sample return mission, which is much more complex and complicated compared to Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 itself was a very critical mission where we needed to have the 14-day support of the light power. So we had to go on the day when the first light comes on that particular landing zone. So the alignment had to happen 1 month before at the time of the launch. So we know we want to launch at a given station, the trajectory and everything has to be planned 1 month in advance. So even if you miss that, the moon will go away 15 degrees per day. That means your station will go 15 and after 1 month only again that line will come in the orbit and our satellites will not sustain that much time. So we have to plan accordingly, but Chandrayaan 3 was successfully completed for all this. But Chandrayaan 4 is double that complication because not only landing, We have to drill and pick up some material and come back. Ascending module will be there, which will lift from the descending module, and it will dock to the transfer module which is orbiting moon. Then the transfer module along with the ascending module will transfer whatever we picked up into the return module, what we call, which is part of the transfer module. Then the ascending module will come out of detach. Then the transfer module and the return module will come back to Earth, enter Earth exactly required location has to be planned the day we start from moon. Like the way we plan from Earth to land on moon, we know where we want to land on Earth, it is in Thar desert. So we have to accordingly plan the start point itself, the trajectory. If you miss that, it can go anywhere in Earth and we lose all the efforts. So it is a very critical program. And Chandrayaan 4. Chandrayaan 5 is another collaborative program with Japan, wherein partly we are sharing the resources. They are making the rover and the launcher is provided by them. The lander is provided by us, and the payload capacity we are equally sharing on the rover as well as on the lander. That is 5. Subsequently also, if government approves, we may have subsequent Chandrayaan programs. Bharatiya Antariksh Station requires one type of docking. Docking, there are two different versions. One is called autonomous docking with a pedal based mechanism. Another is called berthing. So we are launching after SpaceX 1, 2 and 3. The 2 will more or less cover the requirements of Chandrayaan 4 as an advanced experiments, and SpaceX 3 will cover requirements of BAS, Bharatiya Antariksh Station. So 2 more such programs. In also the study program is going on for Venus to send a satellite to it. So these are the things which are going on in the planetary. Otherwise, science and remote sensing as well as regular programs to support our resources and as well as low Earth orbiting satellites, many are going on. So whereas Chandrayaan 5 is something similar to Chandrayaan 3. We are just landing, there will be a rover. A rover will do experiments, but the only difference in Chandrayaan LUPEX is they are going directly close to the pole, almost in the dark zone where expected to have where sunlight is also very scarce, and the deep craters do not have sunlight at all because the declination, the elevation angle of sun at that point is very only about 1.5 degree. So there are dark craters in moon which have never seen light. So this particular program is supposed to go very close to the pole, the LUPEX 5. So that is Chandrayaan 5. So we are expecting a lot of science data from that zone in Chandrayaan 5.
So sir, how closely are ISRO's future missions aligned with BAS?
BAS is a different, see the requirements of BAS are different. BAS is only like launching a bigger satellite for us. It is only a circular orbit launching to a low Earth orbiting thing. So launching and this is not so complicated as some of Chandrayaans and all. So BAS is now after so many, we have launched more than 200 satellites already. So we have reasonably good expertise in maintaining and operating low Earth orbiting satellites, especially circular satellites. So the other satellites don't have to be aligned to BAS. BAS only Gaganyaan will give some inputs because Gaganyaan will be in the similar orbits, and Gaganyaan crew as and when they orbit and come back, their inputs will be useful in designing BAS. So Gaganyaan and BAS are aligned, not other satellites. Other satellites are much more complex. They we may have to go to geostationary. Navigation satellites need a different requirement. Some are strategic satellites need a different requirement. Those things are much more complex than this has got a different difficulties, maintenance of human beings, their life supporting systems and all, whereas the other satellites for our own remote applications are very important. So what I said is Gaganyaan, yeah, she will give some inputs to BAS, yes.
So Indian Air Force pilot Subhanshu Shukla was part of the EXIM 4 mission. Could you share some insights on his training?
Yes, see, they had initially training at various places. Russia is one of them. And when they were about to go to Axiom and the International Space Station, two of them got trained in USA too. And apart from that, we have our own astronautic training center at Bangalore, wherein the astronauts, we are building a full-fledged training facility, wherein they have their own physical training and technical training.
So, sir, what were his reflections on the experience of the mission?
Yeah, we are definitely had a very fruitful experience, and really the flight as well as ISS, everything. He could do whatever suggested laboratory experiments, everything he has completed, and his return also was smooth. And then later, when our BAS committee, where I am chairing the committee, to look after the design reviews of the systems. So we have co-opted them as members so that we can take their inputs in case we need to correct something in our design. That way they are helping us from the human approach point of view.
So, thank you so much, sir, for giving us a glimpse into the engineering discipline.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.